Okay. This is by Jason Davids.
Mm-hmm.
Who is yours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Both.
So this, I've never seen somebody put a stand at an angle.
Okay.
Except for a cascade stand. You can kind of turn those a little bit. Never seen one at an angle and it's not centered up on it.
You could change it.
No, I'm still going to look at it here real quick. If you got that up in the air too, you'll be able to see it too. Right now, what you see right now, it doesn't look that great. But if you look at the tree itself, it looks pretty good. Again, cutting back and getting a much fuller pad would be. When you've got the pads there, I would just try to look at this. See that angle right there?
Mm-hmm.
That looks better.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you had the tree like that.
Would I cut off the back then?
No, you would actually, I would try to get this routed around this way. This would come off and this would be a gin. Okay. You don't need anything here because you could have it all going that way. So this branch would come around there. See that?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see. You want to always get, right now the trunk looks straight. If you look at it from the front here, you always want to try to position the trunk so that you show the most movement. See that?
Yeah.
So I was turning it around. That's how you find the most movement right there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When you cut these branches on any juniper, here was a perfect example. Don't cut them flush. You always want a gin and some shari coming down the trunk if you can. So if you had cut and left out a little bit of a snag, you could even call it. That's what I would do. Same with this. This is cut off right here. You may not have done that.
No,
okay.
It came that way from Brussels.
That's why I say. So if it came out here with some gin, and I've even added it artificially before. Like you'll take one off of another juniper, carve it all down, and I drill a hole and glue it in.
Okay.
I do it a lot. But yeah, that's the angle I see right there. Okay.
Change the pot too?
Yep. Pot's too big, yeah. And here's another key. Never put a juniper, any evergreen, in a glazed pot. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Never. Okay. Especially a white one. Okay.
And the funny thing was that was for my 101 class.
Yeah,
that's what they gave me to do.
I know, and that's what they do in class. You just put it in a pot. I would get it into about half that size of pot. It would be unglazed with a little bit of a lip and change the angle like that. But for right now, we're going to put it back the way it.
Oh, you can leave it that way.
Not at the angle, but I'll put it like this. Okay. And this is fine here. Again, dark and dark would be better, but that's all right. Still works. And yeah. But again, if you had that tree turned that right way, it would be flowing this way, and that's where it should be. So that's the right place for it. But yeah, unglazed pot, cut back, change the angle on it. There you go. Other than that, it's nice.
No, thank you. That's what I'm looking for.
No, it's good. It's good. But again, everybody starts out with, my opinion on junipers becoming standard is not. I just don't like them. But yeah, they can be nice. That's one now. I was going to say these are all close enough. I could have done them all at once.
Yeah.
Ready?
You're not dealing with a professional.
Okay.
I'm doing the best I can.
You're doing fine. This is a
Common juniper.
Miltonii. Is it a blue rug juniper? What did you call it?
I call it a common juniper.
No,
it was from Walmart.
Common will have really long needles on it. This may be a procumbens. Yeah, it's procumbens. So you can see the difference in the foliage, though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's procumbens nana juniper, just like that is. And it still has some of the same type of foliage, just not quite as pronounced as that. This is all juvenile. This is all, you got mature completely up here. Mm-hmm. More juvenile down here. So it's got way too much wire on it, and there's a lot wrong with it, but we won't go into all that. You're never supposed to cross them. You never start in the middle of a branch and bring it down. You always want to anchor it someplace. But it's doing what it's supposed to do. So as long as it holds, it's okay. And the reason you don't put wire over wire is because it pushes the blower wire into the trunk, into the wood, into the bark, and then you get an ugly scar. If you just have it wrapped around here. This really does nothing except for these out here. But if you'd thought about it, and you never put more than 3 wires together, I can see you're probably okay there. But yeah, you've got, those are just kind of the rules. Mm-hmm. There's not bonsai police are going to arrest you because you do it wrong. But as long as it holds the tree where it is, and you're kind of hiding the pot. So I would try to get it at an angle, build up an apex here, so you could actually twist this branch up here and make an apex, because most really good for Cummins Cascades will always have an apex, okay? And then angle the probably, yeah. It would go more like that because it's kind of flowing that way and it's coming back on itself and out. So if you get the trunk come out this way, kind of back in a little bit and then out that way,
Okay.
and then you would have this point over here.
On the side here. Oh, that's right. It's got a lever. It's got a shim in the back.
It does? Well,
Yeah.
Put the shim back in because I'm going to put
Okay.
just a little, holy shit.
It's a full piece of granite.
Oh my gosh.